Hello, and welcome to James Leslie's Express Lane, where we get you know as fast as possible, bringing you Week 16 NFL Power Rankings. I'll go 1 through 12, and then around the league. Starting off with number 1, this is a doozy. Eagles won with Nick Foles. So technically they have, the best record in the NFC. And I'm thinking overall. But they barely won against the Raiders. It took last second interception and all that to beat them. So, I mean, really, how? The Vikings once they blanked the Packers at Lambeau Field. I think it was like the first time since I think they said 71. I mean, that's insane. So it was only 16-0. I was like, what I understand though is that instead of throwing a football around, they were throwing a brick around because it was so cold the football had no give. It was just solid as a rock. That's why no one could catch the ball. The Patriots won. Some controversy there. Steelers humiliated their opponent. So, we'll go 1 through 4 of any of these. Any of these could be 1, any of these guys could be 2, any of them could be 1, 2, 3, or 4. So, I'll go with Vikings, Patriots, Steelers, Eagles. The Eagles are still winning without Carson Wentz. Like, their team that they built is just that good that even without him, they're barely winning. They're struggling to win, but they are winning. And in the NFL, unlike college, a win is a win. Now, what do you do for 5? Let's see. Definitely not the Chiefs. Yeah, they won, but... And the Jags lost to Jimmy G. Oh, man. The Saints beat the Falcons. So, yeah, we'll do 5. Yeah, we'll do 5 at Saints. All right, yeah, we'll do 5 Saints. 6. Ooh, Panthers won. Man, they struggled for that win, though. Nah, I can't be putting a wild card team in yet. So we'll do 6. Oh, yeah, let's do Rams. Rams 6. For 7, we'll do Jags. Man, who knew Jimmy G? Well, Bill Belichick probably did, but who knew Jimmy G was going to be this good? And like people are like, oh, they shouldn't have traded him. This is the final year of his contract. Either A, they franchise tag him, sign him to starting money along with having Tom Brady starting money, or they trade him and get something for him. So they went with their best option of trading him and getting something for him. Let's see. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I just do 8? No, I did 7 because Jags were 7. I guess because the Chiefs remember to play football, so we'll do Chiefs 8. Now, who should be 9 be? Yeah, we'll do Panthers 9. Ravens 10. That defense. Falcons lost, and if they lose next week against the Panthers, they're out of the playoffs. They're still a good team, they're just not that great. You know what? Screw 11 12, we don't care about them. They're gonna be the 6 seeds anyway, so they're gonna suck. Alright, now, my favorite part around the league. NFC North, Vikings, blanking the Packers for the first time since I think they said 1971. Mostly because the weather conditions of being 6 degrees at kickoff made the ball it's not a ball anymore. It's a rock. They're throwing a brick around. And it's like, oh yeah, I was able to catch the ball versus I need help. Okay, that my arm's not supposed to bend that way. This is the way that the ball was. And of course, as cold as everyone was, like their hands weren't working. Just no one could do anything. And of course, there's the news about Aaron Rodgers. Because they had him on IR, then brought him back when they thought they still had a playoff shot, and then when they no longer had a playoff shot, immediately put him back on IR. That's an NFL rule violation. They may be forced to cut him, putting him through the waiver wires. First one's up, the Browns. You think the Browns are going to grab him? Now, here's the thing, though. Just because they grab him off the waiver wires Doesn't mean he has to play for them. He can say, nope, I'm not playing for you guys. Either cut me or trade me to the Packers. I'm not playing for you guys. So this will get interesting. Now, if the NFL decides, oh, yeah, they violated the rule, but we're not going to enforce the rules, then why have the rule? You had the rule there for a reason. If you don't enforce it, there's no point in having the rule. The only way I can see them getting away with this is, all right, well, yeah, they should, but we're going to fine them and suspend him for 4 games. Like, suspend someone for 4 games and fine the team this much money. Which would still be BS because the rule says if you do what they did, you got to cut the player. And they should be forced to do that and put him on the waiver. You go through the waiver wires. Any team wants him, gets to grab him first. I just don't see how. Could you imagine if, like, oh, no, we're not going to take him. We're going to respect the Packers. And I guess the Vikings go, we'll grab him. You Packers. That could be this could be this could be one of the biggest shakeups in the NFL. We'll have to wait and see. I just talked about 1 and 4, so now on to 2. Lions lost to the Bungles. What the hell, guys? What the hell? Gosh, I don't even feel like I should have you at 2. I think, no, screw it. Lions are 3. You lost to the Bungles, you moved to 3. Yeah, Chicago, they're Chicago, but just Lions to the pit of misery. Dilly. So, yeah, Bears number 2. Just because Lions, really. NFC East, I have to go with the Eagles. Even without Carson Wentz, they're winning. They aren't blowing out their opponents. They're not getting big plays like they used to. Alshon Jeffrey, 0 points in fantasy. 0. A guy who averages 12 points a game got me 0. But it's Nick Foles, not Carson Wentz. What do you expect? Moving on, we'll have to go with... Let's see, the Giants got crushed. The Cowboys lost. The Redskins won, but they still suck. Well, they don't suck. They just had bad luck here and there. They got Zeke. Yeah, so we'll do Cowboys at 2, Redskins at 3, Giants at 4. Man, Giants, you got blanked. I understand you have no wide receivers to throw to because they're all hurt, but still, you got blanked. Couldn't even get a field goal out of the deal. NFC South, Saints putting down the Falcons. The Falcons lose. Seahawks win. Seahawks go to the playoffs. Seahawks going to the playoffs? That's right. Seahawks go to the playoffs. But, all right, back to the NFC South. All right, so definitely the Saints. Almost all but securing their 3rd seed. Panthers, got to be at number 2. They won again. Number 3, unfortunately, is the Falcons. And then 4, the Bucs. God, I thought this was going to be the Buccaneers' year, and it just wasn't. Injuries, suspensions, locker room BS going on, and just bad luck, bad plays, bad calls, just maybe next year. NFC West, gotta go with the Rams. No, screw the Rams. We're gonna, I'll put the Rams. Then number 2, Jimmy G. Oh, and the rest of the 49ers, but Jimmy G. God. And again, final year of his contract. Contract's up. He can go anywhere he wants. Obviously the 49ers were like, please, here is all the money we can afford to give you. But will they go, all right, no, if I stick with you guys, we could easily finish 12-4, 13-3. But if I go to that team, it's 15-1, 1st seed, guaranteed. And of course, maybe 49ers won't be able to afford to pay him as much as another team will, or, who knows? God, Jimmy G is going to have it made. The only person, and this is really going to hurt Kirk Cousins, though, because Kirk Cousins would have been the top free agent quarterback if the Redskins didn't franchise tag him again. But now with Jimmy G being a free agent, it's going to be a tough competition out there. Now, yes, I do feel and believe that the 49ers will go, Jimmy G, here's literally all the money. Please play with us. But you never know what could happen. Number 3, we'll still go with the Seahawks. They beat the Cowboys. They're still in the playoff hunt. their defense has been as good in the whole. What was that thing? It was Bennett went over to the Cowboys like, hey, if I ever become a free agent, grab me. I want to play for you guys. Which people are like, oh, he's betraying the team. It's like, well, he's a former Texas Longhorn, or from Texas, something like he's heavy roots in Texas, so not that surprising he may want to eventually play for his home team. And then number 4, the Cardinals. Yeah, they won, but no. If no injuries, everyone's fine, everyone's healthy, they'd be doing a lot better. But because of the injuries, they just can't overcome them. Sorry, guys. Poor Carson Palmer's probably going to be retired after this year. Next, we're going to go with AFC North, Steelers. They win, Patriots lose, they get the first seed. They win, Patriots win, they get the second seed. They lose, the Jags win, they still get the second seed. Like, they had the second seed locked up. So, but they play against the Browns, they hate the Browns. And again, they're fighting for a first seed, so don't expect them to bench anyone. Expect them to go out there and crush the Browns. Number 2, Ravens. Defense wins championships. Joey Flacco did a little bit better this game than he has in other games, but defense. Number 3, go with the Bungles, obviously, because other competitions are clowns. Bungles get a win, and at this point, they're not fighting for playoff spots. So now you're going to pick 3 spots later in the draft. Maybe 3 spots won't be that big a deal, though, depending on what players they decide to go for. The number 4, the 0-15, the Clowns. Their only shot left now of not matching the Lions is winning against the Steelers. A Steelers fighting for the first seed. Not gonna happen. Sorry, Clowns. Welcome to the 0-16 club. Terrible. AFC East, Patriots, Tom Brady. What? Okay, maybe not his best game, and more rules, officiating, what's a catch, what's not a catch. Watch this. This one was a lot harder to tell than the one from last week. Because the one from last week, you watch it and you're like, oh, he bobbled that's a bobble. That's not a completed catch. This one, I just didn't see an angle that made me go, yeah, they should have returned that. Maybe there was an angle that they didn't show us, that the refs only got, but who knows. Then number 2, everyone else sucks. Does it really matter? It's the Patriots and everyone else is garbage. So, screw it. Let's do alphabetical order. Bills, Dolphins, Jets. Just make it easier because they all garbage. AFC South, Spotted Kitties lost to Jimmy G. They were still fighting for the number 2 seed, and they lost to Jimmy G and the 49ers. Jimmy G is undefeated now. He remains undefeated. He is, 4-0, then 2-0 so he is 6-0 in his career. And he has 2 Super Bowl rings. Backup quarterback, best position, all the glory, none of the injuries. Next. Titans are still in the playoff hunt. They're not great, but I think they play against the Spotted Kitties next week, so they're going to get crushed. But the Colts and the Texans both suck. So, Titans and then garbage. Sorry, Texans. You had such a promising start with Deshaun Watson, and then you did nothing because he got hurt. And sorry, Colts. Just nothing went your way. AFC West, Chiefs. How do you forget to play football for that long and then be like, oh, hey, we remember how to play football again? If you had never forgotten, you'd be fighting for the 1 seed. The Steelers would be outside going, please let us have a shot at the 2 seed. Because they would have the tiebreaker with the Patriots. They could finish with the same record. They'd have the tiebreaker. They'd have the first seed. Instead, they forgot to play football for so long that they just can't come back. They're going to be the 3rd. No, they'll be the 4th seed. I don't think there's any chance of them even... Yeah, even if they won and the Jags lost, I don't think they'd get the 4th seed, could they? Well, maybe they could. Anyways. And then number 2, Chargers. Chargers. One week they're great, next week they're the Browns, next week they're the Patriots, next week they're the Browns. Guys, get your stuff together, or you're going to miss the playoffs. Number 3. Yeah, man, that was a bad beat for the Raiders. Just... even without Carson Wentz, the Eagles are still a great freaking team. Like I said, like my 1 through 4, any of them can be 1, any of them can be 2, any of them can be 3, any of them can be 4. And so to lose to a team that is that good sucks for them, but not surprising. Although I really thought the Oakland Raiders were going to... I thought they had this game, and then they didn't. Then, of course, last, and probably... No, not the least, because the Browns did the least. So last but not least, the Broncos. You guys get your quarterback situation right. Jimmy G, Kirk Cousins. You guys will be right back to where you were when you had Peyton Manning under center. When you have your quarterback, you can use your picks and free agency money on other things. So hopefully they can lock up a quarterback and they'll be a threat again in the AFC West. Although the Chiefs keep saying, oh, we might cut Alex Smith to get this guy out there. It's like, go ahead, cut him. Let the Broncos pick him up. See what he does. Watch him dominate. Oh, hey, he'll be back with Jamal Charles. God, I mean, so much has happened. And great Christmas Eve and Christmas Day of football, just amazing. Love football. And next week, they already announced that there's going to be no late Sunday night game. All the games will be 1 o'clock or 4:30. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Can't wait because I'm off, so I get to sit and do nothing but watch football all day. Woohoo, party. And as always, like, subscribe, comment below, and have a wonderful day.